Hey everybody, it's Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live here in Virginia Beach. I'm just doing my sage and I got an awesome sage today. All right, so tonight what I want to talk to you about is being weary of the company you keep. Everything is energy, so the company you keep affects your energy, your reality in some way, shape, or form, whether it's positive or unwell, okay? One of my first examples of this was Spirit sent me to go to Atlantic City, right? And this was a huge learning lesson for me because I had gone there and I was like, why are you sending me here? I'm like, the energy, as soon as I walked into the hotel like foyer, I was like, oh my God, this energy is so dense. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here, right? So Spirit sends me to Atlantic City for a vacation and to learn. One of my gifts is that I have a gift for abundance when gambling, okay? So one of the things is the roulette table. Now, I'm not telling all you people to gamble. What I'm telling you is when Spirit guides you to do something, you follow your heart and you listen to Spirit and then you go from there, okay? So everybody's situation is different and unique to themselves. But I'm bringing up this one experience for me in Atlantic City because this is super important because energy is everywhere and tells you everything about what is going on. And it also affects everything that is going on. So energy is super important, and the energy of the company you keep is equally as important, okay? So when I went to Atlantic City, one of the huge benefits that I got from that was learning about reading the energy at all the tables in the casino. So this isn't just a I'm going gambling thing. Really, that's not even what this trip was about. This was about me learning energy and my soul leading me to Atlantic City to capitalize on part of my abundance gifts, which is in my soul, as well as to learn how to read energy in the healthiest, best way, the energy of people around me, the energy of the tables, what's going on there, the energy of me, the energy of the dealers, because positive and unwell energy affects everybody and everything that is around it, especially when you invite it in this reality. So like if I invite somebody to go to Atlantic City with me or somewhere with me, then I'm inviting their energy. When I do that, I carry their energy with me. And that may very well affect whether I win something or from a place of abundance or I capitalize on my trip to Atlantic City and win things or not. Okay? Because I invited their energy. I invite that unwell energy with me. And it can be even people I love and like. I have to make sure that I know what I'm doing when I hang out with people, where I'm going, why I'm going there, and their energy as well as my own. I want to be aware of, and the energy of the place itself. Because everything is energy. Love energy from at whatever vibration it is, and it affects every single thing differently, okay? All right, and it affects every single thing, all right? So everything is a huge mosh of love energy that is God, okay, at all different vibrations, especially here in the Earth World reality, okay? And since we are talking about Earth World reality because, we're in it, all right? So that's why it's primary and super important, right? A very primary thing here. Okay, so when I go to Atlantic City, if I invite somebody with me and their energy isn't healthy, that's going to affect the energy of my whole time there with their unwellnesses and everything, whether they're unwell or not, or positive or not, or at a table where I am or not. Their energy is going to, in some way, shape, or form, affect me. So sage, super important, okay? Creating your day, super important. So this unwell energy has the least amount of effect on you. You can use oils, you can use sages, you can use stones, but the best thing to do is make the wisest choices in terms of who you hang out with, where you're going, knowing what you're doing, paying attention to energy and why you're doing what you're doing. Don't just do things with people because you like them and love them. But, you know, if you have an ultimate goal and a mission, like let's say you're going to Atlantic City like I was, and you wanted to make some money and you bring somebody who's of a lesser density, okay, what happens is that affects you in some way, shape, or form. And many times you won't win. And that's part of what happened with me. But it was an energy learning experience. I didn't win anything really on that trip, on the tables where normally if I go by myself with spirit and spirit guides me and I don't bring any energy that is in a less than energy space or invite somebody who is in a less than energy space, and I read the tables in the healthiest, best way from love, I can read that energy. I ask spirit, is this a positive energy table? Is this not? Do you see what I'm saying? So, and this, of course, this is a master art of working with love energy that is God to get to the levels where you want to be, to where you can read energy. And just like you is just like me, I'm learning. We're all learning. So part of my journey that spirit led me on was to go to Atlantic City to learn about energy. And in this particular case, the energy of the gambling tables, whether it's blackjack or roulette or whatever it is your forte is, and wherever you are can affect your whole entire day. So it's important you ask spirit to clear the energy. You create your reality. You don't invite anybody who is of a less than vibration in any way, shape, or form, because their less than energy is going to affect your positive, healthy energy, and the energy will come to an energy balance. Okay, so you may vibrate up here where there's huge abundance. They may vibrate out down here, and it may not work to the best of your advantage when you're trying to balance those energies in the space that you're in. Do you see? So these things do absolutely play a role. This is why it's so important that you work with God for your best reality and your best outcome for everything. So this Atlantic City experience is just one experience where I brought somebody with me and I didn't do good where normally I would do fantastic, right? I had another time I went by myself. Spirit told me to go there. The energy in the casino was like when I first walked in, right? So they showed me, I waited. They told me when to go where, what to do. I talk to God all the time. This is what you do. And then I'm standing at a table I didn't win at all night. So I'm reading and learning the energy. Didn't do good. The energy wasn't good. I wasn't in a good space. I brought energy with me that was unwell, okay? Next day, I'm at a different table. I wait for spirit to guide me with everything that I do, okay? And I pray on everything. Thanks God for this for me. Thanks God for that for me. I'm specific with what I ask for, and I make sure I am aware of the energy that is going on, right? So I went to this one table. Boom, the energy is different in this table. Boom, I put chips down. I win $3,500. Why does that happen? Because the energy was in alignment with my energy, and everybody was in a more positive space as opposed to a negative or unwell space. So there was a balance here, and everything came together to make that happen from love. All right. It is a fine line. Okay. So remember that the energy of the company and the people that you keep, that places you go, affects everything in your life. Okay. So here is another example. I went to a show, an event, okay? And this was in Connecticut, and I bought somebody whom I love. All because you love people doesn't mean they're the healthiest, best energy for you. So be wise how much time you spend with them, of their energy and how it feels for you. Is it positive? Is it healthy? Does it feel right? Does it not, their energy? All right. And also what your goals and your intent is when you go somewhere. When I go to a show, I want to help people. I want to have a great day. I want to do great things. I want to have a great show. I want to have a great event. All right. I want to have the people love me and me love the people. And I ask God, and I create all these things usually in advance. But as I was learning in this one particular show, when I went to in Connecticut, I bought somebody I love dearly, and I'm not going to say their name. Okay. All right. Because I love them. All right. But what happened was their energy was in a less than space, and they had a lot of contradicting habits and patterns running in them all over the map. So, and they were unwell, right? So what happened is the whole day became chaotic, contradicting, made no sense all over the map, across the board. I invited them. Be very careful of who you invite. You're inviting not just the person, you are inviting their energy into your space. So if you have an event where you want to make money at, and you want to do good at, and you want to have a positive, healthy outcome of abundance in all ways, from shopping to great food, to having a good time, to abundance at work, or winning at the casino, or wherever you're going, you must always make wise choices. Read the energy of the people you have and be very leery and wise of who is around you and who you invite with you. Because inviting a person invites their energy, okay? And this is what happened to me in Connecticut, and this is what happened to me in Atlantic City. It doesn't mean I don't love these people. I can love people, but I don't have to be in their unwell energy space, nor do I have to invite it. I can say, I want to spend time with Susan, whom I love, and maybe my sister or a friend, a dear friend, but I know that Susan is very unwell, so I want to pick and choose wisely the time that I spend with her and why and what my intent is. I want to have time with Susan. I want to go have a great dinner. I want to have good food. I put it out there and I create it. That's the other thing. You want to create your energy. You want to make sure that you sage, right? Where's my sage? You want to make sure that you sage. You bring rocks. You bring stones. All these tools will help and assist you for your greatest experience and allow you to have the best energy time and the best energy manifestations all around you, okay? So remember that. Picking and choosing to go out to lunch with Susan is a wise choice in the healthiest, best place based on your intent and what you want to do from wisdom of love, okay? And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't hang out with Susan. You pick and choose what you want to do, or whoever it is. It doesn't have to be a Susan, whoever the person that you love is. Read their energy, okay? Because their energy tells you everything about them. If they're chaotic, if they're unwell, that energy is going to affect you. And so that's what happened in Connecticut. I had no sales. I had rough times with the people. Nothing made any sense. The person who was next to me tried to impose her business on my business. She had like 30 people in a 10 by 10 square imposing on my space. Then the person, around me just had negative energy even more so. And then I walked around and checked out this guy's really cool jewelry at this event, right? And he was a jackass. He was like nasty as shit to me. And I was like, what the fuck, Spirit, right? This is all part of my learning energy experiences. The more I experience this stuff, the more I can share with you, okay? Because wisdom is everything. It trumps everything. It is love in its purest form, okay? It is the most powerful stuff. The more we work with love energy that is God, the more we create our greatest reality here. So remember, it is super wise to be aware of the company you keep and who you invite into your reality and what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. Like if you're going to go to a festival or event and you want to make money and you want to help people, you put it out there, you ask Spirit for those things, but also you don't invite with you an unwell person or being who is in a less than space. It would not be your wisest choice, right? Why? Because they're going to create that in their reality. It automatically happens and then it's going to affect you and your energy has to balance that. Do you see? So this is one of the biggest tips and tools I can give you for your everyday reality with energy, and that Spirit wanted me to guide you to tell you about today because it's super important for your success and happiness and joy and all great things in your life, because the company you keep is super important. And remember, who you invite in is super important too, because you're not just inviting that person, you're inviting their energy and it affects you. All right. Have your greatest night. I love you guys. And this weekend, I'm going to be in Elkton, Maryland. And I possibly will be in Havre de Grace on Saturday. But it's kind of like crazy because I don't know if it's going to be wild ass snowstorm. But, and I love snow. But, let it be the best weekend that it can be for everybody from love. And thank you, God, for that for us. Okay, you guys, have a great night. See you soon.